Wow. Alright, welcome to Nth Gen Interactive, episode 4, and we are doing Fiona. I know currently we have got Fury with us at the moment.
Yeah, though Frost is sort of able at the moment because he heard the word Fiona and decided to walk away. So yeah,
he's currently out of commission. Hopefully, like we can see him at some point.
Yeah, see at some point in this episode. But for now, we're just going to go through how Fiona plays and strategies we've used against her and all that. So yeah, let's get started. So yeah, press jump B. Yeah, okay, that's it. Okay, nah, no, I'm kidding. Yeah, the way Fiona plays is very sort of. When we say use jump B, we weren't lying. This is actually pretty much her only way. And one of the best ways to get in. It literally is such an amazing normal, to the point where I actually can't tell you how to beat it, because it really is that good normal. But Fiona herself is she's quite slow in essence. She's as you notice, homing dash is not, homing boost is not very good at all. Her moves are very slow and sluggish. The only thing is though, she's incredibly powerful. As in, like, this is just her C. Stop hitting me.
She's definitely got a lot of power aspects. She's got mighty range in that sword as well.
So let's say if this was a super, if you would get hit by that, it would actually hurt a lot. So just
rate super again.
Rate it.
Off.
Off. Yeah. So yeah. Fiona's game sort of not really punished, but sort of you can. It's quite unique because usually most power characters are usually they can't maneuver very well, but because of Fiona's normals, like specifically jump B and possibly jump C, she can actually get in her opponent and actually has the normals to actually mix you up. So yeah, that's how Fiona plays.
So, in terms of Fiona, what is her normal moves like?
Well, we'll start with a main set of normals. So basically, this is Fiona's 5A, which is quite a good normal. It's quite great. It's OG for Gemini pressure. 2 is actually really good. It's got some decent range, as you can tell, and it can combo into other stuff like that. B, standing B is actually quite good range as well. Good for poking at a distance. This is a really good one that a lot of Fionas use, and puts Fiona has one of the lowest hitboxes in the game, so it's actually quite hard to hit her out of moves like this, and it's actually got really good range, can sometimes be used as anti-air, and it just combos into her moves, so yeah, stuff like that. This is a standing C. As you can tell, it's got an immense amount of active frames and hurts. Literally, Fiona's a tank. It hurts. Everything she does actually hurts a lot, as you can tell. So yeah, use this for. It's good for ground game, good for wake up, anything like that. This is her 2C, so it's like a ground sweep. So think of it any typical fighter sweep, so just a knockdown, so you can do the next thing. She's also got an overhead, which is 6B. Really good. Surprisingly, for a hard-hitting character like Fiona, she actually has a decent amount of mix-up. So she cannot really throw the meaties and stuff like that. She actually can throw the HG as well.
Is that cancelable?
It's not it's special cancelable.
It's a special special cancelable.
So yeah, in truth, if this hits, it will hurt. So,
even in a game like Arcana Heart, having an overhead is really
literally having an overhead is a dangerous thing, especially a combo one. So literally, if you think you can't get mixed up by Fiona, I think you get, because she can mix you up quite well. That should be it for her. Well, she has a 5E as well, which is some sort of a butt rush. Just recently trolling, I guess. I guess. But this is one you need to go up for, which is 2E. The reason why that is so good is because not only does it have quite some nice range, but as you saw there, it's got a really high amount of active frames and it clashes a lot. So I can literally go through a lot of things. Isn't it
down to Thunder, or is it just...
Thunder makes it worse because it has extra crafting, but Fiona in general can actually do it. So it says here I didn't really try it at all there. So, well, you can do it. I'll do it first. You do it first. I'll do it. So I'll do it first, and then you do it. So 1, 2, 3. Then I just normal 5, 2. I know that was a bit mad, but there you go. But yeah, as you tell, it tends to clash a lot. It does active frames out quite nicely. So if you see this on Wake Up, which are quite a lot of, let's say, new tactics, a lot of Fionas tend to do. Yeah, you can combo as well, making it quite a deadly tool. In truth, in retrospect, it actually isn't that good a move, but because it's just quite obnoxious and you need to look out for it. Her air almost consists of a 5A, which I don't recommend using ever, because we have this novel, Jumpy, every day. As you can tell, it's an amazingly good normal. It comes out in 6 frames, which is really fast for air normal, and its range is insane. It's active for 5 frames, which is a millennium for such a fast normal. But yeah, in truth, when you see Fionas online, even high level Fionas and all that, you'll see this all the time. Yeah, what can I say? It's a really good novel. I think the Japanese call it helicopter, if I recall. So, what was it, Frost? Helicopter? You sleeping? Is it that? I don't care. Okay, cool.
What about Jump C?
Jump C is really good. Sort of, it's got some nice meaty active frames, but the way you have to use it is obviously because, as you can tell, it's really, really slow. So if you hit me with it, it comes out. It comes out really, and obviously there. Also, as you might have saw there, it actually has potential to cross you up from any. Yeah. So yeah, as you can tell, it actually hits from most directions, contrary to popular belief. But yeah, at certain times, it even can cross you up from the other side. So if you were to block normally, let's say if you were to block this, like that, or something like that, sometimes, I'm not too hard at activating this personally, but I think it requires a hook or something like that. I can actually cross you up from the other side, and it will hit you like I was on the other side, but I'm not. I think it's something to do with the start, if I'm just on the other side or something like that. But yeah, that's most of the Fiona's knocks. Oh yeah, also her throws. There's a normal neutral throw, yes, you can combo up this. So, yeah, blah blah blah. And then she's got her side throw, which is kind of worthless, really. Although it does sort of stop them up for more jumping pressure, I guess, but that's the best thing. So, yeah, just keep doing this with me. Boost jumping. Okay, her specials are, firstly, the drill. This is actually a really good move because if you actually block it. Yeah, just sort of stay still. Try to do something. Notice you can't actually do very much until the drill ends, so it's actually really safe. Actually, it's a really good way to end Fiona pressure. There's a A version, there's the B version, which has a little more startup, and that's the super drill, obviously. And there's a C version, which is obviously has much more startup, but it lasts a lot longer.
This time just get around.
Yeah. Sorry, but the way to use the drill is to vary between the A, B, and C drills. The reason why you should use the C drill over the A drill, let's say the A drill is quite safe, and C drill obviously there's time to hit once you hit the C drill, is to stop people guard cancelling, or so basically backwards guard cancel or forward guard cancel. It will actually, if you actually use a C instead, it will delay your move. So if they think A is coming out, they could let's say yeah, literally they will try to guard cancel the A version of the drill, but it will delay it slightly, and the C version will come out hitting them for a free combo. most deadly thing about the drill is not only that can it use combos, but also on hit it can be cancelled straight into the super drill, which just eats about.
I guess it's just on the ground.
Yeah, it usually
extended force cancel.
Yeah, usually it eats about a third of the life.
Ouch.
So let's say if I could do this drill now. Yeah, straight cancelable into that, and you're actually on block Fiona. And Fiona has one of the highest life bars in the game, but even there it's quite a lot of damage. Most characters should do that third life just from 2 moves. So yeah, like a tank. Other special she has is this. It's the backwards Dragon Punch. I should never use this because it's really not a good move at all. It's apparently meant to be her Dragon Punch, but I really wouldn't use it. It really should not be used. So easily baitable, but punishable as well. What else has she got? She should have. She's got that. Yeah, she's got this sort of amazingly damaging move, which she can also special cancel. So if you do it and special. So this is its. Yeah, look at that damage from 2 hits. But anyways, what this has is actually, I forgot what it's called actually. Let's see what it's called. Cold Brand. Okay, whatever. Cold Brand actually has a guard point, which it can absorb 1 hit before it hits. Actually, I'm pretty sure. Let's try that out. I think we have that. I'm not sure. Okay, just hit me with a normal attack. Yeah, that's 1 hit of guard point.
Heavy attacks.
Let's see. Actually. No, I'll just time it to your heavy attack.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Yeah, even absorbs heavy attacks.
So yeah, damage potential of a random hit of Fiona is very high. So as you can tell, it's really quite damaging. Her other special, I think, is this, which can be.
How do you do that one?
It should be down forward, but I actually totally got the actual inputs correctly in the one. It should be down forward, a grand divide, and then down forward B.
Yeah. Okay.
So basically, let's let you try it then. Alright, now you have to time that. When I wall bounce, you actually have to hit it, that's when you get down forward C. Okay. So D8, down forward B, and when I come up, and that's when you do it.
What's the third one?
It's down forward C. It's so basically 2 boosts C. So wait, finalize your possible. Now, there you go.
Okay, so that's a pretty cool move actually.
Yeah, so literally it's literally a good move to use when going for high loop and stuff. Don't use it all the time though. The only thing it really is good as is really a long range sweep. That's what it's really good at. As you can tell, I'm right here, so literally 2 thirds of the screen, and it's I'm in your face already. So and it's a low, so that's pretty good as well. Her other special is it's an air special. This is Heaven's Fall. This game. This move is usually used as A version, C version, and all that, but usually you'll find yourself using the C version because it usually goes on the end of combos. So if I were to do like I don't know, jump C into Heaven's Fall, stuff like that. The reason that makes that move not only as good as the ender, but the potential in cross up is also really good. Because so if I do it here, notice I cross you up entirely in the corner, and all of that. That's one of the, you can also Tiger Knee it, so Tiger Knee is obviously doing a jump like that. That's right there.
I'll just have it.
So Tiger Kneeing is basically inputting the down forward and pressing up and then pressing the button, so you do it off the ground.
That's what the light one is,
like the light one. The thing that makes Heaven's Fall not only is a great combo in there, it's a great move, but if you actually complete with it, so in this case do like that, notice I'm completely sort of invincible. Or I hope I'm invincible, and then I can press and cancel it to normal straight away, mid-recovery. Well, it's not mid-recovery, it's recovered sort of halfway through there. And notice I can press B, even when complete with. If you think that you can punish a Heaven's Fall really quickly, I suggest you start thinking again, because it probably won't happen, because honestly, if it hits, obviously, that's good. That means I get knocked down there and I can stop my own pressure. But if I completely whiff, just don't expect it to, like, don't expect the free punish because
It's not gonna work like that.
Yeah, it's not going to work like that because jump B is such an amazing amount to keep you at range. What else does she have? Yeah, that should be it. But also she's got her supers. Let's go through those. First one is the one we've already shown, so which is Excalibur.
I'll show super armor now.
Yeah.
So go and do it.
Notice? Oh, that was actually hit afterwards.
3, 2, 1.
Notice, even though if I got Bro-Fisted, it actually comes out, so one, it can absorb one hit, it's got one hit of super armor. So,
regardless of what sort of hit it is.
Yeah, it does matter what sort of hit it is, but it's actually a really, really good super. But I think the thing that makes it really obnoxious is jump in the air. So, just do a high jump or something. Okay, it didn't really work there, but I'll tell you what, yeah, it's air and blocker, so if I jump up high in the air, something like that, I'm gonna go home. That comes lift. Yeah, as you notice, I was blocking there, and it just went straight through. It's actually air unblockable as well, so it's actually really good bait for people who are in the air coming down at you or all that, because it's actually air unblockable. There's ways to dodge this, but I will actually go through that in Anti-Fiona part of the video. But yeah, use this for. I wouldn't suggest using it just off the bat like that. It probably won't work against high level players. But if if your opponent's in the air or something like that, that's the prime time to use it, I think. Her other super is obviously the Grand Device, so it's basically. Yeah, so usually after the drill itself, so after that, you cancel straight the drill to eat massive damage. So yeah, I think it is actually quite good on block. So if I, yeah. So really good face controls even on the ground. The specials are quite good. So yeah, the final one, which I will not, hopefully I will. Try the attempt, but probably will not even do, is her Critical Heart. This is probably, Fiona being an amazingly simple character, for some reason has one of the most, the hardest Critical Heart to actually execute in this game. So it's actually so hard to do because you've got 2 frames to actually execute the last final move, so this part is a grab.
There we go.
Go straight away. Well, I assure you, it's quite hard. But yeah.
Wow, it's got super armor.
Yeah. Well, probably not. Probably just hitting out. Actually, probably might have super armor. But yeah. Not only is it good for mix-up because Critical Heart is actually a grab, and its grab rate is actually quite good. So if I do okay, probably not. But actually, it's grab cover. It's good for mix-up, so if you actually pressure your opponent into blocking all that, you can actually activate this Critical Heart in the middle somewhere, and it's usually a good way to finish off. Of course, you need to land that 2-frame finish, so yeah.
There we go.
There we go. I like that we actually get this on camera.
Well, after 15
minutes of tries. But anyways, yeah. I said don't underestimate Fiona's mix-up itself. So yeah, that's about it for her moves. So yeah, we're gonna go through how Fiona does play. In essence, she's quite a pokey character, so she will always play some sort of mid-range, so she can land her Bs and any sort of B or jump C and stuff like that. Essentially, if you want a comparison, I guess. Chun-Li, I guess, from Street Fighter, so essentially she can combo and make massive damage from it. She's essentially a tank that has really fast range. But the way a lot of the combos extend from if you're close, let's say, let's don't do normal like ABs and stuff like that. You can try that, but always cancel into a drill. So basically, something like that. If it can vary, but usually the best way you want to enter her ground, stop her ground pressure, blocked or hit, is to literally do a drill. So let's say on hits or whatever, do the C drill. If you want to have safe pressure, do the A drill to keep yourself neutral. So yeah, that's it for her ground thing. I think you'll find with Fiona that she's actually quite a really simple character. I mean, there's not much to say about her playstyle. The only other thing I can say is that when in the air, this all day, jump B all day, and then just jump B, jump B, jump B, jump C into Heaven's 4 and actual combo. That's probably all the combos you ever do. Yeah, don't play Fiona if if you get bored easily. So yeah, so if you jump B, jump B, if you jump B, jump B, jump C into Heaven's 4, something like that. Okay.
So jump B to jump C.
So yeah, basically, if I were honest, when you play Fiona, you pretty much base most of your moves on either that on the ground or this in the air. Or even actually, sometimes you can press jump C in the air when you're holding. It's actually really good. Actually, still,
yeah,
it just if you randomly hit burst and press jump C and hope for the best, it works in your favor. But yeah, it's usually jump B, jump C into Heaven's 4. Which is not it. Okay, no, yeah, you get the idea. But yeah, I really would like to elaborate on what Fiona played like, but that actually is what she plays like. So actually no, there's one more thing. Besides obviously mix up and stuff like that, overheads in middle combos and stuff like that. Her jump E, her 2E, is actually really good on literally taking an attack and smacking it with air for a full combo. So basically, in this case, it will be usually this is the case, you absorb the hit with 2E, and then they get hit, your opponent gets hit, and then you go for the air to air combo. So it will be like something like that. I'll show you that combos, but yeah, and that's about it really for our combos. Okay, Arcana-wise, Fiona is actually, because her actual normals and specials are actually quite good already, she actually has an Arcana not to complement her weakness, but to just literally complement her strength. So in this case, let's say Lightning. Lightning is really good because it actually adds clash frames to her already high clash frame moves already, so it makes it quite obnoxious. Yeah. Oops. So I'm gonna do it now. So, you do something first. Oops. Maybe the correct copy there. See, I actually fully charged that, and he went straight through. So pretty much is.
That overhead.
Yeah, it's overhead.
Oh, okay. Didn't notice that.
Yeah, but yeah, C's overhead if you don't know. Not that you should block him low really, anyway. But yeah. Other things include rock, like you're doing, so she can actually use the Bro Fist a little bit to extend it and make her pressure safe. So in truth, you can actually do if you actually do jump B, jump C into Bro Fist instead of Heaven's 4, or Heaven's 4 into Bro Fist or whatever. It actually is quite safe, even on block. So it actually is good to extend her actually already there. With Fiona, obviously mid-range is always best. So Bro Fist already just extends that advantage. Other Arcana you can use are things like Flower, to literally make sure you have Oki setups, and yeah, just choose what you want with Fiona really. Admittedly some Arcana don't work her, but I'd suggest anything that complement her already high life, or her already high clash frame moves, or anything that gives her Okis. And that would be it for Arcana. Okay, we're going to give you some tips to actually play against Fiona.
Jump B.
Yeah, besides that, okay, I will actually, I'll get rid of the godly normal first. Jump B is actually a really good move. No, I'm not a bit, but even on Clash, it's a Clash for me.
Okay. Oops.
Notice I can cancel straight into the same normal in the air. So, in truth, if you're playing air battles, like Fiona's, unless you've got a really good fast character like Arcana or anybody like that, you're probably not going to win, ever. So, the way to deal with jump B is to avoid jump B. It's to not deal with it.
If you clash with it,
it's literally not to deal with it at all, unless you have a counter, which is another thing. If you have a counter of some sort, you know that the Fiona is going to jump B. So if you're Camwy or Angelia, just the moment jump B is known. So most Fionas sort of launch like this, so they just sort of homing dash to you and push jump B. Just know it's going to come out and then counter accordingly.
I think another good way, if you get caught with clashing jump B in there, it's best to block.
Like,
sometimes it's not best to not pressing the buttons.
You can try the guard cancel, but I really wouldn't suggest it against Fiona, honestly.
Because you eat a heaven's
you probably eat something else or something like that. Another thing some people probably have problems with is literally thinking of something to do after a drill. Let's say if a Fiona does an A drill on block, it leaves her quite neutral and leaves her to be able to do anything after. So if you, let's say, if you block, hopefully if you block A, it's very hard to actually do anything, and then we're both open to do anything fun or whatever. The best way to go through a drill or A drill is to guard cancel through it.
Which one, forward or back?
You can do forward or back.
Okay, go on.
So if I start this, so I do it. The way you want to time this is not on the drill itself, to when the drill is actually already hitting you.
Okay, cool.
So
I'll keep back. Oh, that actually beats the forward guard cancel. That's really weird.
So.
Oh, hold on. Oh, I don't have guard cancel in this.
Oh yeah, you don't. Okay, I'll do it. See? So literally, the best way to do that is go straight through. Literally go straight through because it's got lots of active frames, but you can use that to your advantage. You can also give backdash, I think. So just try it. Okay, wrong move. It's how's it goes. Actually, yeah, yeah, or whatever. It gets you out anyway. The only thing you've got to be careful is obviously a Fiona can actually predict this and actually not use A and use C's instead. So if you have to guard cancel normally, do a C instead. But I say if you were to do the A. If I tried a guard cancel or something like that, it would actually come through this. So yeah, a C would actually last long enough to actually catch you out. So do be careful of that. The last situation, I guess, besides being outpost like that, but there's nothing much I can tell you to do though.
Wow.
Oh yeah, active frames, go for that. Is this move, which is this is 2E, and obviously it having a huge amount of cap range and absorbing hits. Usually it's sometimes mostly done in wake up, and yeah, she literally gets through the free combat. The way to deal with this is to actually hit her out. Oh, well, I wouldn't suggest hit her out, but literally just predict it will happen and dodge it entirely. So basically, if you like say home towards it, and she tries to jump, she tries 2E or something like that, literally to 4D in there. So to dodge it entirely. So as I do it, just sort of dodge it as I would try to do it. So I can see you coming. Yeah, and then counter that accordingly.
Try to do a block string like in the air, so you hit it with the unblockable.
Which one I do that?
So like just do crouching like standing A, like standing B, while I'm jumping at you.
Okay.
Oops. Better BC would be better to crouching you.
Okay. Yeah. Without thing. Yeah, basically, the best strategy we can give you against Fiona is I really would suggest you fear jump B, because that would be your main problem. But besides that, her ground pressure isn't actually as scary as you think. A lot of people think Fiona on the ground, because of neutral drill that makes a lot of stuff safe. It really isn't. It really isn't. You can actually go through it and punish accordingly. But that's all part of the game, really. So don't think, if you think Fiona you stand no chance, don't think you actually do stand a chance. Just need to 4 guard cancel or 6 guard cancel accordingly.
Oh yeah, be careful of her.
Yeah. Now the last tip, obviously, is an Excalibur, and this is probably what everyone gets caught up by. So if I jump in the air, I'm probably going to eat Excalibur because I'm being with you. And not being an idiot, I guess, but it's actually quite hard to dodge and healer roam and stuff like that. But the best way, the only way that I know is quite effective is to 4D it in the air. Now, I've heard from other people and all that you actually have to activate this before Excalibur comes out. But for now, we'll try it normally. So if you got Excalibur, I'm trying to 4D it.
Okay, give me a second. Ready?
Yeah, ready to go. Okay, it didn't work. It's actually quite hard, but because Excalibur's active frames are so huge and lost so long.
Try doing it. Let's see if I can jab you out of it. Lost the range. Yeah. Let me try again. I can do AB. There we go.
No, we won't need to focus on that because hardly any good Fiona does Excalibur on the ground.
I'm guessing
they always do it there.
Some fast characters are able to home in character before it comes out.
Probably, but I really would suggest it. So basically, try again. I'll try to 4D it. Okay, that was me being too early.
I think you just have to wait for it. There you go.
There you go. You can actually dodge it entirely. Now the timing of this is quite strict, as you might tell, because Excalibur is actually a really good anti-air. But I assure you, if you learn to predict Excalibur from Fiona, you will actually be able to dodge it entirely and then go straight into the damage. So yeah, that's about it for Anti-Fiona Tactics.
I think that actually wraps up our episode of Fiona this week. Actually.
Yeah, unfortunately, Fiona is quite a simple character, so there's not much we can actually say about it besides Jump B. So
I'm sure
I'll
be happy about that.
Yeah, if you're wondering why Frost is gone, let's just say he walked away when I said Fiona. So no worries. We'll have the next episode as usual anyway. Okay. So anyways, yeah, if you have any characters or any Arcana you want us to go through, then please email this thing down here.
Or just leave any comments.
Or leave any comments on YouTube and we'll be happy to answer them on the next episode. So
yeah, please get your comments in because we would love to answer some questions. We've been hearing a lot of ours, these guides are nice and stuff like that. But like, if you guys have some serious questions about the games, please let us know so we can actually tackle any problems that people are having.
Yeah. So yeah,
saying goodbye from NG this week, and all us guys in the background.
Yeah.
So
yeah, catch you later.